Hey guys, Truetalk here, and today we're going to be talking Black Lightning. We have gotten 3 trailers in the past week and a half that I want to discuss. So the first trailer that we got last week during all of DC TV's mid-season finales. It's called the Veins trailer. Basically, this is a quick, maybe like 10-second trailer showing us, I guess, electricity going through his veins, kind of going up his arm. So this cut is interesting to me because this is kind of, I guess, the indication of his powers. And what I think is going on here is that he has to, I guess, charge himself up using electricity around him. And when he does not have the suit on, it hurts or like it causes him pain. So I think the suit is going to help him focus that energy and make, you know, him getting his powers and pulling energy and electricity from around him less painful, and it'll go through the suit. The second trailer is called the Origin trailer. So this trailer was interesting. We see Jefferson working on his suit in a, I guess, lab that is very reminiscent of Barry Allen's CSI lab from The Flash, but we'll get past that. We also hear a voiceover of Peter Gamby, which is Jefferson's, I guess, old friend and tailor. Um, and we hear him talking about what Black Lightning was and why, I guess, they created him, the Black Lightning persona. And the reason is to bring hope back into the city and to bring fear to criminals. So that's kind of why and what that was back in the day before he retired. Um, we see Black Lightning and his family kind of together, his 2 daughters, Anissa and Jennifer, and then his wife, Lynn, just kind of hugging, and maybe, I feel like it maybe looks like a police station, so maybe his daughter got in trouble or something and ended up at the police station. They had to go pick her up or something, maybe, or something tragic happened and they, this is them reuniting after, you know, craziness or something that happened in the city. Um, and in the end, towards the end of the trailer, we also see some like action shots of him jumping off a roof, him, fighting some criminals and everything. We also get a shot of Tobias Whale, in a suit looking like the leader of the 100 gang, with money and everything. So we get to see that a little bit. So the last trailer that I want to talk about is one that we got 2 days ago called the Resurrection trailer. This trailer, we get to see a lot more of Tobias Whale. We get a voiceover of him talking about resurrection and how it's a beautiful concept, but it's bad for business. And this is obviously him referring to Black Lightning kind of returning to the city, because it's not necessarily like he's a criminal, he's dealing drugs or whatever he's doing in the city, and, obviously he doesn't want, a vigilante Black Lightning to be around because that's not going to help his business. But the interesting thing also at the beginning of this trailer is that we see kind of a funeral scene, with the funerals for a woman, and then we see a man standing in front of the altar, maybe giving a speech. Just to give a wild guess, I want to say maybe this is Jefferson's mother, and his father, maybe we'll have to wait and see, or maybe it's just someone in the city, who knows. But I think it would be interesting, or, my educated guess would be his mother and Jefferson's mother and father. We see Peter Gamby talking to Jefferson, about, knowing that this day would come, that he would have to become Black Lightning again. We see him arguing with his ex-wife about, who, like him being a principal versus him being Black Lightning, and who is having more of an impact on the city. And he's saying, or he thinks, or in his opinion, he's saving more lives being Black Lightning than being the principal of Garfield High School. But she doesn't. She obviously doesn't agree with this, and this argument is probably what led to them getting a divorce way back when, or causing him to retire to try to focus on his family. But they ended up getting divorced. We see more shots of the electricity coming up his arm and his veins, and him kind in pain again. That's from the first trailer. We see that again, or a little more shots of this, and different shots than what we saw before. And the other interesting thing is that we see his wife talking about, or him talking about, when the two of him and his wife discovered that he had those powers, and back then she said that this is a gift from God, and kind of in that tone, like, oh, like this is a good thing. But in the end, her opinions changed, that she didn't want him using the powers, and they had kids, and she wanted to make sure that he would be there for the kids. And we see him say that, and I intend to use his powers, so he intends to be Black Lightning again, so that he can save the city. And in the end, we see Tobias Whale talking to someone that I'm gonna say he had hired, or trying to get intel, or someone that he hired or sent to go try to kill Black Lightning, but they weren't successful. So Tobias Whale ends up killing the individual for it. So this is interesting. I cannot wait for this show. It comes back. It premieres January 16th. As always, guys, my blog will be linked in the description. There'll be a blog posting at the same time as this video, with kind of all of my same ideas, with maybe a little more detail. And as always, guys, follow me on social media. I will be posting more things as more trailers and things and promo comes out for this show and other things. And as always, happy Thursday. Let's talk.